Hello, and welcome to this discussion on the impact of sequence, how understanding the psychology of human decision-making can inform the order in which you present facts to a jury. The recommendations I'm going to be making today are based on a popular and effective strategy often used in the legal field specifically, known as the story model of persuasion. This was a model introduced in 1986 by Pennington and Hastie, and it proposes that jurors are not just these passive fact-absorbing vessels in which you can input data, but rather they are active information processors. This means that during a trial, jurors are not going to listen to the evidence and simply objectively intake that as a fact. They're going to be actively integrating those facts within a cohesive and continuous narrative that they're telling themselves in their minds, aka the story they're constructing of what happened. This is very important to understand, as the story they are constructing is going to become the basis for their entire decision making. Since the story model was introduced, it has amassed broad empirical support, and largely the research suggests that the hypothesized central premise that jurors do indeed construct narratives about the evidence they're hearing is supported. This also suggests that it's very important to consider how you are introducing evidence and at what points you are introducing which types of evidence. Specifically, you want to do this in a way that's most conducive to story construction. And it's not just that you're telling a story or even about the story itself. How you tell a story has a significant impact on decision-making. Humans are innately motivated to come up with story-like explanations for what they're perceiving. So you want to make sure the story you're telling aligns with the one a juror is already predisposed to be constructing. So think about how we typically tell stories, in the order in which a story happened. Therefore, it is critical to present evidence in a way that is temporally aligned with what actually happened. In addition to presenting the story in chronological sequence, you must consider the order of the facts or the type of facts you're presenting within that sequence. For example, if you present negative information first, the juror might be more likely to see a defendant in a negative light overall. You are essentially establishing this person as a negative character in the story they are going to continue telling. However, this means that the optimal order of evidence depends on the specifics of your case, the strength of the evidence you have, and how cohesively all of that evidence fits together. Therefore, it's hard to make a universally applicable conclusion about optimal order effects. However, what the research is suggesting is that ubiquitously differences in the order in which evidence is presented matters. So how can we apply these basic research findings to trial tactics? According to Hastie, who first proposed the story model, collecting data from mock jurors prior to a trial is the most powerful possible application of that research. By combining the information you can get from focus groups with predictive analytics, it's possible to actually extract an empirically validated version of the optimal story that will serve as the basis of juror decision-making.